Students, in this lecture, we will determine the symmetry adapter linear combination for the benzene molecule. So first of all, the different steps that includes to determine the symmetry adapter linear combination for the benzene molecule is, first we have to assign the point group. So whenever we look at the structure of benzene molecule, so it has 6 corners. So the point group for this molecule is D6H. Okay. So second step is to choose the basis function. So for the benzene molecule, the basis function that we'll choose is how many pi orbitals are unchanged on applying all the symmetry operation that come under D6H. If this is the case, then we have to form a reducible representation. What we will do? We will apply all the symmetry operation that comes under the D6H point group, and we will see on applying all the symmetry operations how many p orbitals or how many pi orbitals are unchanged on applying these symmetry operations. And the basis is same. If there is no change, then it will, there is no change, then it is +1. If the changes are reversed, then it is 0. If the things are changed, completely changed, then it is 0. Okay. Now let us see if we apply E. So we know that for the benzene molecule, we have 6 pi orbitals, and on applying E, which keep all the things same. So on applying the symmetry operation E, all the pi orbitals will be at the same position. So that's why it will be 6. Next, on applying the C6 symmetry operation. And where is the C6? C6 is passing from the center of the benzene ring. So whenever we rotate the molecule through the 60-degree angle, so suppose this is your first orbital, pi orbital, this is your second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So whenever we rotate the molecule through the 60-degree rotation, so this one will move to the second position, second will move to the third, third will move to the fourth, and fourth will move to the fifth, and fifth will move to the sixth position. It means all the orbitals are changing its position. So I will keep it as 0 because there is no orbital that is remaining unchanged. All the orbitals are changed. So that's why I have put it as 0. Next is C3 symmetry operation. And where is the C3? C3, which is coexisting with the C6, because 60-degree plus 60-degree, that lead to 120-degree, and that 120-degree angle is your C3. So again, whenever I rotate this molecule through the C3 position, so C3 axis, which is coexisting with the C6, your one position orbital will be moving to the third, and the third will be moving to the sixth position, and in the same way the 2 is moving to the third position, and so on. So all the orbital are changing its position. Again, it will be 0. And next is your C2, and C2 is again coexisting along with your C6 axis. How it is coexisting with the C6 axis? Because 60-degree plus 60-degree, 120 plus 60-degree. So that will be leading to 180-degree. Means I have to rotate the molecule. Whenever I rotate the molecule through 180-degree, then your 1 will move to the fourth position. Now fourth is moving to your first position. In the same way, this 2 will be moving to this position. So all the orbital are changing its position. Again, it will be 0. Next is your C2 dash axis. And where is your C2 dash axis? I have already marked it. This is your C2 axis, which is passing through the 2 orbitals. So whenever I am rotating this molecule, benzene molecule, along the C2 dash axis, you can see that these and these will be replaced with each other. This and this will be replaced with each other, and but the axis through which the orbital through which the C2 dash is passing, they will be inverted. We know the pi orbital will be like this, lobe is like this. This is the upper one is your positive half and this is your negative half. In the same way, in this side also, this the red mark will be your positive one and the lower one will be the negative one. So whenever I am rotating this molecule through the C2 dash axis, these two orbital is remaining at the same position, but the sign will be reversed. Means the positive lobe will be inverted to the lower side and the negative lobe, which was initially at the lower side, will be at the upper sides. Means orbital are remaining at the same position, but signs are being changed. So I will keep it as -2 because two orbital are remaining at the same position, but signs are being reversed. That's why it is -2. Next is your C2 double dash axis. Where is the C2 double dash axis? This is passing through the bonds. So whenever I rotate this molecule through the C2 double dash axis, you can see that upon rotating through this axis, all the orbital are changing its positions. This will move to this position, this will move to this position, this will move to this position. So all are changing. So that's why I will put it as 0. Next symmetry operation is your center of symmetry, which is denoted by I. We note that the center of symmetry is existing at the center of the benzene ring. So this orbital will be here, this will be here, this will be here. All the orbital are changing its position. That's why this center of inversion will be 0. Next is your improper rotation axis through the C3 axis. So where is the C3 axis, which is coexisting along your C6 axis? So whenever we rotate through C3 and then we take the reflection through its perpendicular direction, then again all the orbital will be changed and upon reflection it will be remained at the changed position. So that's why I have put it as 0. Next is your improper rotation axis through C6 axis. Again, it will be along the same direction, C6 direction. So again, on rotating through C6, 60-degree rotation and reflection perpendicular to it, again, it is changing the orbitals to the different positions. Again, it will be as 0. Next symmetry operation is your horizontal plane. And where is the horizontal plane? Horizontal plane is your molecular plane, which is passing through all the atoms. So whenever I'm passing this molecular plane, which is passing through all the carbon atoms and from the center of the your pi orbitals, then your all the orbital will be at the same position. But in the mirror image, your positive sign will be appeared at the negative signs and negative sign will be appeared as the positive sign. So all the orbital at the same position, but the signs will be reversed. That's why I have put as 6, because 6 orbital are remaining at the same position, but signs are reversed. Next is your sigma d. And where is your sigma d? Sigma d is along your C2 double dash axis. This is your line and the plane will be passing along with your C2 double dash axis. So you just imagine the plane is passing like this. Your orbital, which is here in the mirror image, will be appeared at this position. This orbital will be appeared in the mirror image at this position. In the same way, this will be appeared at this position. So all the orbitals are changed. That's why I put it as 0. Next is your vertical plane, and your vertical plane is along your C2 dash axis. Means your plane is passing along this direction. So if this is the plane, you can see that in the mirror image, this just a minute. This orbital will be at this position, this will be at this position, and the mirror image, the mirror plane passing through the orbitals, this one and this one, they will be at the same position, and also there is no change in sign. So that's why the two orbital will be at the same position. There is no change in sign. So this is your 2. The vertical plane is 2. So in this way, we have formed a reducible representation. So till now, we have covered the fourth point. We have generated a reducible representation. So next step, in order to form the symmetry adapter linear combination, the next step is to convert this reducible representation into the irreducible representation. The method to convert this reducible into the irreducible representation I have already discussed. So just by using that method, we can convert very easily this reducible into this irreducible representation. So for the benzene molecule, where the basis is your pi orbital, so our reducible representation is B2G plus E1G plus A2U plus E2U. Now we have to form symmetry adapter linear combination by combining the orbital of their symmetry. So what are the different methods to generate the symmetry adapter linear combination? One method that we have earlier discussed, that just take the point group, whatsoever the point group for that molecule, then we have to apply all these symmetry operation on then the projection operator onto one of the particular orbital, and what combination we get through that, we have to adopt that. But in this case, D6H, you can see how many symmetry operations are there, and we have to solve it by separating. Even we have 2C6, we have to separately divide into 2C6, then 2C3, then 3C2 double dash, and we have to solve it very separately, and it will be a cumbersome for us to solve the whole of the symmetry adapter linear combinations by using these 6H point group. But thank God we have a very simpler method also if we use a cyclic group. So we know that for this benzene molecule, one of the principal axes is C6, and we have the point group D6H. And for this molecule benzene, the cyclic group is, for D6H, the cyclic group is C6. And you can see that the C6 is a very simpler point group rather than your D6H. So rather than this huge number of symmetry operation, we have just a 6 symmetry operations. And you can see the representations are also very less. So rather than using this type of corrector table, we can solve the symmetry adapter linear combination by using a very simpler cyclic group C6. So now we will solve the symmetry adapter linear combination by choosing the C6 point group. So how we will do and how simple it is, okay? And how can we say that the C6 point group can solve our problem? So you just think about what is your reducible representation for D6H. Our reducible representation is A, B, and E representation. And if you look at your corrector table for the C6, our representations are A, B, E, and E. It means we have the similar representation in both the point groups. It means we can solve the benzene symmetry adapter linear combination by choosing C6, because the representations, one-dimensional representation, this is also a one-dimensional, this is one-dimensional representation B, it's also a B, and these two are E representation, and we have the similar combinations. It means we can solve the symmetry adapter linear combinations with the help of C6 point group. Now let us solve how easy it is to solve the symmetry adapter linear combination by taking the point group C6. So here I have took the C6 symmetry operations, and first two representation are A and B as we have seen earlier. So I am first solving the representation A, right? Now what I am doing, I am applying projection operator onto the A representation. I will consider these representation along with what I will do. I will apply the projection operator to A1 by considering the orbital phi1. Okay, so this is your first corrector 1. This is here. I'm applying E onto phi1. Then again this corrector is 1 here. I'm applying C6. This is your C6 and I'm applying this onto phi1 and phi1 is here. In the same way, this is your C3. C3 corrector here is here 1 and again I am applying the symmetry operation on phi1 and this is the same way I have done the same thing with the other correctors also. So what will be the answer? Applying E, the phi1 will be at the same position. So it will be phi1. Whenever I apply C6, so phi1 will be moved to phi2 position. So this will be your phi2. If I apply C3, then phi1 will move to phi3 position. So this will be phi3. Applying C2, phi1 will move to 180 degree angle. It will move to phi4. So this will be phi4. And if I apply the another, this C3 2 means basically I am applying 180 plus 60 degree. So this phi1 will move to phi5 position. It will be phi5 and this will be another angle, another 60 degree. It will be moving to phi6 position. So all the correctors are positive, all are 1. So the first linear combination will be phi1 plus phi2 plus phi3 plus phi4 plus phi5 plus phi6. So this is my first symmetry adapter linear combination for the representation A. Now, so if I put the symbols, so this is your pi orbital, which is as marked as phi1. So we know that it is positive. So the black one are representing the positive signs and these white ones are representing the negative signs. So all are positive or the orbitals are positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, so on. So this will be the first symmetry adapter linear combination for the A orbital. Now, let us solve for the B representation. What I have to do? I have to consider the symbol that are represented over here. So just I have taken the same thing as I have done for the A representation, but the only difference is initially all were positive. Now I have taken all these symbols. So for this, it will be negative. This one is negative and this last one is also negative. Again, I am applying the symmetry operations on phi1, E on phi1, then C6 on phi1, it will move to phi2 position. And in the same way, considering the symbol, I will get this type of symmetry adapter linear combination. If I will combine it, then I will get the answer phi1 minus phi2 plus phi3 minus phi4 plus phi5 minus phi6. So this is my second symmetry adapter linear combination for the B orbital. So whenever I put the orbital signs, so phi1 is positive. So positive sign will be at the upper side and white one is your negative. It will be at the lower side. You can see that the phi2 is minus signs, means this sign will be reversed, means this negative one will be at the upper side, positive at the lower side. Phi3 is positive, so positive at the upper side, negative at the lower side. Phi4, it's negative, so again it will be reversed. Now the negative sign is at the upper side, positive at the lower side. Phi5 is positive, it is like this. And phi6 is negative, again sign is reversed. So in the same way I have done for the second symmetry adapter linear combination for the B orbital. Now the next challenge is to form the symmetry adapter linear combinations for the E orbital. That we will do in the next lecture. Thank you so much.